What's up, everybody? Welcome to AEW Uncensored. I'm here with my man, Alan. We are the Bridge and Tunnel Connect, Nolan Hash, and the Beast from the East.
With the
least
research.
The least. Iron Sheik says, go fuck ourselves, because we got to do some research.
Yes, we do.
So what's up?
Well, quick disclaimer for everybody who's joining. Remember, if you're going to join us in the chat, do not use too many exclamation points.
Not too many exclamation points, fellas. All right, before we get into all that bullshit, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the thumb, like. Do it. All right, got that fucking nonsense out of the way. Uncensoredalliance.com. You find everything we do there. On Twitter, AEW Uncensored. No clue if I'll ever be back on Twitter. Email AEW Uncensored Podcast at gmail.com. We are on Facebook. We have a page and a group. Just throw AEW Uncensored Podcast in the search bar, and you will find both. Join the group, like the page. We got a couple guys found the group, and a whole bunch of people like the page, so thank you for that. We are on all third-party podcast applications. That is why I'm echoing. Got you. I knew there was going to be an audio issue here. Reverberating. Reverberation. Oh, here we go. Got no effects on, boys. Technical difficulties. Now back to our regularly scheduled.
Big Dub says, Bill working as a NASCAR announcer. That is what he sounded like, actually. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, we had issues leading up to this, and I thought I got it fixed.
I'm mute? Seriously? Nasher's saying I'm mute. Can you hear me?
Well, this fucking got off to a good start.
Okay. Oh, now he's saying better now.
I don't know. I don't know what the fucking issue is, so.
And I'm echoing too. Or...
See, you know what happens? This is what happens. You do a fucking update on your PC, and it just fucks everything up. You're telling me, Eddie. All right.
Yo, yo.
Hold on. What's up, guys? What do you guys hear? Do I sound echoey? Yeah. How about now? You guys hear an echo? Is everything clear now?
It's better, but there's a little something still there. But it is better.
What's something still there?
It like when you're louder, you can hear it. Like when you're speaking normally, you don't really hear it, but when you're louder, there's a bit of a distortion.
Yo,
Yeah, there you go. That's distorted.
yo.
Distorted.
How's that?
Yep. Yeah, you're distorted.
Everybody that could hear us? How about now, guys? Test, test. We're gonna have to fucking scratch this whole fucking show. Eddie, we have some miscellaneous for that ass. Let me know. Maybe because I was patching the Skype, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Alan, are you even paying the fucking attention? I'm not. I shouldn't be muted. Not on the stream. Even on the stream?
Better. Talk a little louder. Better. Much better.
How's that?
I'm hearing you. I'm not. I don't have it on the stream. Okay. Oh, they can hear you now. Okay.
How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. On the YouTube stream or what? Yeah, well, I gotta hear from these guys. Yeah, they can hear me, but how does it sound? That's the other question.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, you
I
sound
have a feeling
fine.
it reset my microphone on everything, so that was the issue. Because this comes through from Skype into OBS out to YouTube, and I just realized Skype, the microphone was not selected. So, and the audio's going out to these guys. So,
yeah,
that's a good.
You sound fine.
But can you focus here? Help us out, guys. Hello. Okay, sound fine. Okay. Now I sound robotic. I'm talking in a specific manner. Go fuck yourselves. All right, we're doing the show how it is. So, dropping this fucking screen. All right. Dude, Eddie had it right. I was beating the shit out of my computer while on mute. Yeah, all right, here's the deal. I'm going to break this down so this shit show can be understood. Basically, I just fucking took a fucking food nap up until 15 minutes before the show. I'm still not fucking, my head's still not clear from that fucking nap I took. Don't eat 2 bacon, egg, and cheese 2 hours before the show, all right? You'll knock out, you might not wake up in time, and you'll feel like shit. So I did that. So I had about 10 minutes to figure out, set up the show, which is usually fine. We do it every week. It's quick and easy. I decided to update my stupid fucking computer yesterday, which I was playing SOCOM Confrontation. Shout out to SOCOM Confrontation to any players. There is now a new server you could play it on, so shout out for that. And the fucking update was going for hours and still didn't update by the time I went to bed. So they must have did some kind of crazy because it changed everything. It changed all my fucking settings. So
20.
I apologize. That really took me by surprise. And obviously, as you can see, the show is now 15 minutes late. No. Jeez, I can't even do math. 20 minutes. 20 minutes late. And we're fucking scrambling. And of course, the guys in the chat barely helped us. Not letting us know when audio was actually finally good. But yeah, apparently it's good now. So I'm gonna have to tinker with this and make sure everything goes smooth again for the future. But I'm fucking a little aggravated now. I'm probably just gonna fucking want to run through the show because I'm aggravated. So if I seem like I don't give a fuck, I probably don't give a fuck right now. I don't even know if maybe we'll just take this one off YouTube.
The last one
cut all this
did.
shit out and upload it again, or maybe just leave the fucking disaster up because sometimes disasters sell, right? People like a good car crash, and we really hit the fucking skids on that one. But all right, let's fucking
with the
let's
least
redo this.
research.
AEW Uncensored Podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Bill. This is my man Alan. We are the Bridge and Tunnel Connect, Nolan Hash, and the Beast of the East with the least research. Okay, now that shit's out of the way, if you don't fucking hit the thumb and like this fucking video, stop listening to us now, you fucking lazy motherfuckers. Hit the motherfucking subscribe button, too. If you don't subscribe to us, what the fuck are you listening to us for? Good fucking Lord, I'm tired of asking you fucking lazy people. It's not fucking hard. And share the shit. And hit the goddamn bell, too. Fuck Twitter. I ain't even reading our Twitter handle. Email is AEWUncensoredPodcast@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, AEW Uncensored Podcast. Put it in the search bar. We have a page and a group. Join the group, like the page. We are on all third-party podcast applications. All of them. And we are also on Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeart and iTunes. If you fucking listen to this show and you have iTunes, go to iTunes now, pause this shit, write a fucking review, give us 5 stars, because if you give us less, don't stop listening to us. I don't care if you kind of like us. Give us 5 anyway. We have 14 fucking reviews. I better see more by the end of next week. And as always, catch us on Skype. Links in the description of everything we do. So fucking send us a message on Skype. Maybe you could be part of the fucking crew, you know? These guys fucking clowning us while we're having a shitty fucking start to the show. Instead of being supportive. No, they were kind of supportive. But, okay.
Is that
I'm
your
done.
system? You feel good?
I don't feel good about this. Let's just get it over with. And I really was like excited for today. Honestly, I was until I took that nap. When I woke up and I was like, oh god, I got to do the podcast because my head's still fucking foggy. But
we have a new rule.
Yeah.
No naps on the day of the podcast.
Yeah, but I gotta have my bacon, egg, and cheese, man. And I always do this. It always puts me in a little comatose, like a food
coma.
Food comatose. Yeah.
Where do you get your bacon, egg, and cheese?
Across the street.
Okay, so it's homemade. It's not like McDonald's or anything like that. So that's pretty.
Right. Shout out to Bagel Fresh. Fuck, they could pretty much pinpoint where I live. Oh, crap.
On top of everything else, you dox yourself.
Fuck. Damn, try to give a little love, you know? There's a lot of Bagel Freshes around this world. Good luck, motherfuckers. Yo, Alan, Google that on the side. Is there a lot more?
Let's go find out.
Google that shit, bro.
Watch it be the only location.
Type really loud.
Dun, 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 dun. I got news for you. This is the only one I'm seeing.
Is it my town?
Yeah, man.
Motherfucker!
It's the only one I see.
Yeah, it's called Bagelicious. It was it's one of the best places around.
That's how you know it's a good sandwich, man. Mom and pop place. It's not a chain. That's good.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that chain shit. I'm lying because I have. But no, when it comes to regular bacon, egg, and cheese, you got to get the real deal, man. Can't get no fucking McDonald's.
2 for $4 is sometimes not bad.
Anyway, all right, let's get this show on the fucking road because I'm already aggravated. Miscellaneous, fucking Jim Cornette. What a piece of shit.
I was gonna say, you want to get aggravated. This will probably help because, yeah, you know, I told you on the side, you know, I don't want to talk about politics ever on this show. suffice to say, I am not a
Two, Eddie. Two, yes.
I'm not a fan of Jim Cornette's politics, and I think he's very hypocritical because of what he says they are. And this guy, happens to just come on, decides to basically diss Miro, diss Kip Sabian, on Twitter. For good reason, creatively. I understand their creative is not that good right now. I'm certainly not a fan of it. I certainly think they're being wasted. But then he basically does what he's been doing a number of times. This is not the first time he's done this, where he refers to Penelope as a slut. And, he's made arguments in the past. Oh, I'm talking about her character. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the character she plays. Like, no. This is
She doesn't even play.
She
slut,
doesn't.
Though. She just plays. She plays a hot chick that's fucking with her man. That's all.
Exactly. That says more than enough that he's bullshitting in terms of what he's saying.
I mean, this is a guy that lets people fuck his wife in front of him.
Exactly. And she alluded to that in her response. So good for her. I was very happy with her response. Basically saying that he's called her this multiple times. He lets people, fuck his wife while he watches. And then that says what she thinks of her. And he's probably the only person behind himself who he feels bad for because his little dick pleases her after 5 blue chews and needs other men to do it for him. I laughed at that. Miro threatened to drive to his basement. I thought that was pretty funny. That's the kind of funny Miro we need. The Miro who says he's going to drive to Jim Cornette's basement. Not his house, but his basement.
Yeah, but I don't think he's necessarily being so funny. I think he's being kind of real.
He was being real there. Now, what's interesting about this, too, is that Jim Cornette, fires back today. I don't know if you saw that. He actually responded today, calling Miro Bluto, saying, somebody that's known me for a while better sit down and tell you why you're making a drastic error trying to joust with me before I make you wish you'd ever tried to learn English. You're a toothless lamb about to piss off a wolf, and I just want you to be aware of your peril. It's like, Cornette, get the fuck out of here.
Jim Cornette is the baddest man on the planet, if you ask Jim Cornette.
Right.
He would fuck everybody in the UFC past and present up. He would fuck up every dude he's ever met. Like, just listen to that guy talk is eye-rolling. You could take certain things from Cornette and enjoy them, but for the most part, he's, like you said, he's a fucking, he's a hypocrite. He's full of shit. He has done a lot of the shit that he talks shit about. He was there during the whole Attitude Era, bro. You're going to tell me he had no hand in none of that, no say in any of that? Come on, man. Let's just stop Jim Cornette. I mean, I don't want to have to dig in and try to... I've never tried to dig in and see exactly the stuff that Jim Cornette has done himself. But, bro, some of the stuff that this guy has done in wrestling, especially being a WWE guy, has not been all that great, all right? I love NWA. I love Memphis. I love old school wrestling. I love it too. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Today's wrestling isn't that. It's probably never going to be that. We got to hope we could get as much of that back as we can, but that's it. When it comes to AEW, he has nothing but shit to spew because that is all he wants to spew. He acts like he's giving it a chance by watching it, but he doesn't. It's just for him to continue to dredge on about fucking how he hates Kenny Olivier and pockets and this and that. Bro, like Balding Buck and Papa Buck. Like, okay, listen, I'm kind of on board with the Buck shit now. But, like he's just sour grapes, man. He's just acting like an idiot. There's no reason for it. There just isn't at this point. It's just really... That's why I even stopped listening. I used to listen to his podcast for like old school stories and stuff. And even for the AEW stuff early on. And like occasionally he'd be good about some of the product. And of course he'd always rip the usual suspects. But some of the product, but it seemed like, I would check in every like month or couple weeks or so. And it seemed like he just kind of even went away from giving props to anything, Jericho, MJF, like he starts shitting on all these guys. Cody, he started shitting on them. Those were guys he would always give shine to and say how great they're doing. And
Jericho was his friend. Like they were friends for years. And I think what made him finally sour on Jericho was again a political thing. That's why he soured on Jericho. And granted, yeah, I feel like when he when he talks about the old days, or for instance, he actually, before this even happened, I was listening to his, he did like a memoriam for Crockett Jr., who passed away. And I thought it was actually really insightful. I have to say, it was a very insightful memoriam.
Yes, it's great, but guess what? You're now supporting someone who is just a
fucking... Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the last thing I heard
I don't even listen. I mean, so I don't even listen. I don't care. Oh, it's great. He has so much great insight, but I don't care. Like, I get my insight from other people now, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Of course he's a wrestling historian, bro. He's one of the top wrestling historians out there. I mean, this guy knows his shit from, you're talking, like, the beginning of professional wrestling. Like, the fucking 1800s. Like, he knows this stuff. You know? So, but hey, listen, I don't care. I don't even listen to him anymore. I don't turn him on. I don't subscribe to him. You know, at some point it just is like, all right, dude, it's eye rolling.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, that's enough promotion of that fucking fat.
Well, I'll say one last thing though about him. You could take the 3 letters after the C in his last name, replace them with 3 other letters, and that's exactly how I feel about Jim Cornette.
Can you tell me, because I don't want to do all the
See you next Tuesday.
So, cunt. Can you just?
I don't think we can say that on YouTube. In fact, I know we cannot say that on YouTube.
Well, I just did. All right. I think your parents are probably smacking in your head right now.
Dude, I learned all my worst curse words from them.
Oh, that's.
Oh yeah.
So I want your dad to come over here.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Tell your dad to come over and get close to you and say, Jim Cornette is a... Go ahead. Do it.
He's not around right
Pops!
now.
Where is he?
Not around right now.
Oh, man. I wanted Pops, bro. That's our next mission.
We'll get him on the headphones.
All right. All right, let's move on. Yeah, Eddie, he does eat 2 bacon, egg, and cheeses also. He's a fat fuck like myself.
And you know what? Sorry, I do want to address one thing here. Big Dump is saying, why waste our time on this? I think it's worth pointing out because somebody needs to, shoot this fucker down. And you're not going to have too many other guys who are going to do it, so I'm happy to do it. I was really riled up by it yesterday, like a lot. So I want to get it off my chest.
He's starting to get a lot of people, even people that listen to him were like, you're starting to fucking get, they're saying he's starting to get a little like too crazy with it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't mind talking about it. It's not something I would have talked about.
I just wanted to get it off my chest. It bothered
me. We each bring our own thing to the table, so I'm good with, Alan wants to talk about it, we talk about it. Oh, I hear door creaks.
That was a door. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Need some grease on that motherfucker. All right. That's great. You know why? When I heard that, I got excited that Papa Kaplan was coming.
Yes.
So, fuck. I shouldn't even have said that. I say a lot. I'm saying too much today, bro. Eddie already blew it up in the chat there. Papa Allen is gonna fucking come
Kaplan,
on.
I like that.
All right, let's get on to Revolution. So, Revolution opens with what the fuck they call that? The buy-in. Is it me or is this like casino theme that AEW is doing ridiculous?
I think it's played itself out at this point.
Buy-in.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Can we just say the fucking pre-show? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's played itself out.
Nas says thanks for bringing this up, Alan. He appreciates it. He agrees with you. Nas asked, no casserole today, Alan?
Big ZD tonight.
Oh, shit. Close enough to a fucking casserole. All right, so we got the buy-in, cash-in, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We got Baker and Ito versus Rosa and Riho.
Ito replaced Reba I didn't see that was coming. That was
Yeah, Reba got injured or I don't know what the fuck happened to her, and they used it as an excuse to put Ito in the match. So, I seen a lot of people online like fucking dogging the Maki Ito part where she's singing her thing and there's a brawl going on. I actually like that. It's just like Ito's in her old world. It puts her in her own world and puts her in her character.
Yeah.
She's busy like, fuck it, I'm singing and I'm going to do my whole routine, and there's a brawl going on and I don't even...
It was a very K-pop kind of thing to do, and it was a nice way to basically bring in her character.
She's a Japanese like pop star before she became a wrestler. Right. So she was like a girl band type of thing, just like NSYNC. That's what she did. Apparently, this is all secondhand. I didn't do any research, as you guys know, on this topic. I'm getting this from things I see on the internet, things they say on TV. That she was like a NSYNC style like pop singer prior to her wrestling career. So I loved it. I also loved her giving the double middle finger to the crowd. That was fun. It sort of became a thing though throughout the show.
Yeah.
So there was a miscue. I don't know if you noticed it, where Ito and Rosa kind of like they completely botched that bulldog out of the corner.
That was botched. There was also a terrible DDT from Baker on Rosa. That looked like Rosa just fell forward in the midst of it. So there were a number of botches.
She went down on her knee. Knee, right? Now I'm kind of remembering that. Yeah, she didn't even like fall. She just kind of like dropped to a knee.
Yeah.
This is the problem. The women are lazy. And it's not just the women. So I apologize for saying that, but mostly the women are lazy, and there's a few guys, Chucky T, that's lazy when it comes to in-ring work and doing moves and going with moves and selling moves. Lazy. The new workers are fucking lazy. The new wrestling is lazy. That's why shit looks like shit. That's why shit looks terrible. It's the reason that you have these botches and these bad fucking looking matches, So I just thought that, like, listen, the DDT, I seen it, but I kind of let it go. The Miss Bulldog, I don't know what the fuck was going on. I think it was Rosa was going to take the Bulldog, and she just sat in the corner. And then Ito runs into the ropes, bounces off the ropes, and has to stop. And then Rosa kind of like runs out, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, where's the cues? Where's the choreographing? What the fuck is going on? Very match.
I'm surprised to see that kind of stuff from Rosa, because she's easily the most seasoned person in this quartet. So it was disappointing.
Yeah, it was Eddy. We'll get to that. That's later in the show. That's Dynamite. It's just, come on, man. And I'm really I'm so tired of the back and forth forearms, the back and forth chops, the back and forth punches. Yep. Oh my fucking God, find a better filler for a fucking match, you lazy fucks, you fucking unoriginal fucks. Get the flames. If you want, listen, motherfucker. Let me see. Nope, wrong flames. God damn it.
There's more than one?
Yes, there's even flames for guests. So, motherfuck, man. I am just tired of this shit. Tired of it. Please, stop being so goddamn lazy. Stop doing those goddamn punches in the back and forth in the middle. Like, be creative. Do something that everybody else isn't doing. Fuck, man. Stop with the filler. If that's what you're going to do for 2 minutes, then cut 2 minutes out of your fucking matches. Plain and simple. And the women make it look the worst. I think the guys suck at it. The women make it look that much worse. So anything the guys do, the women look that much worse. Sexist if you want. I don't give a fuck. It's fucking reality. Because the women are still green as fuck. All of them. with 2 or 3 exceptions. They're all green as fuck. So try to take green wrestlers doing this stuff while some of the guys that have been wrestling for 15 years can't even make this shit look good because they spent 15 years on the fucking indies doing indie shit and not fucking honing their craft enough to look clean in front of a national television audience.
Well, what makes it worse is that the 2 or 3 women who are not green are either not wrestling at all or they always show up in dark. And it's like, what the fuck?
And they have to wrestle green wrestlers, so then
exactly.
they look
exactly. Green. If you're going to have something like this, it's fine. It's the buy-in. It's the first match, fine. It's still at a pay-per-view. If you're going to have something like this, at least put 4 more seasoned performers in there. Get Allie in there. Get Ty Moore in there. Get it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I really don't. Let's see what. I bet Bill's on mute at the Kaplan household. Yeah, Big Dub, you're right. Botch Baker is super lazy. And I've been saying that forever. There were points literally early on where she would just get lost and she's on the ground literally rolling. Just rolling. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? That's how lazy she is. You're right.
Well, I was going to say, she's practically disappeared. There's no more waiting room. That's just completely gone off the map. And she's completely rewound in terms of anything that she was doing with wrestling. So I don't know. It's a shame. Waste of character.
Yeah. Big Dub says, Joshi Styles not getting over with casual. I think you're right. I don't mind like what the fuck was her name? What's the wannabe Omega chick? She just Ryunami.
I'm not sure who that is.
The one that just won the tournament over.
Oh yes, sorry, yes. I can't remember her name, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
I think it's Ryunami or something like that. So she literally was pretty good if she didn't do that stupid corner quick chop thing that she does and the stupid miming of a rope pull. If you get rid of all that shit, you could actually I would be down for her as a wrestler. Like I'd be into it. You know what I mean? But you're not. You're like it's ridiculous. Nas says the fire reminds me of WCW Nitro and Bam Bam. Yeah, that's basically. I mean that's good for me, right? Nitro brings me back to my old days. Mizunami, that's right. I conflated her 2 names. It's Rio Mizunami. Okay. So anyway, and it just good fucking Lord, man. Like I said, my notes there is very eh.
Well, it had the best placement on the night, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, I'll let you kind of take this. I have a little bit here. I'll let you start it off because I missed about 10 minutes of this.
Okay.
Bucks versus MJF and Jericho.
So I mean, it was okay. They first of all, what's interesting is that neither of these guys can submit to sharpshooters because no one's been established as legal competitors, which is funny because that's how it works with tag team. It was really good work, I thought, from Inner Circle. They had a lot of good character moments there. It also, unfortunately, proved that I guess the Young Bucks are better off as baby faces in this scenario, which is a shame because I hate them as baby faces, but I also hate them as heels as well.
Can we just say we hate
the Bucks? I mean, we hate the Bucks.
Yeah. I think it's official.
And a lot of near falls. There were at least 4 or 5 near falls in this match. And I get a little tired by the overdoing of near falls. You know what I mean? And I feel like it has become more of an indie thing that's crept its way into mainstream. I mean, WWE does it a lot as well, but with tag team, I feel like it's gotten more into mainstream, which is unfortunate lately. But I mean, overall, it was a good match. It was decent. I thought that Inner Circle was going to win. I thought that from a storytelling, we're going to get to this with Dynamite.
Yes,
but it would have made a much better story for Inner Circle to win. to move on to the tag team championship.
Yeah, if they didn't go in the direction they ended up going with Inner Circle, I think breaking them up the way we were hoping that would have been better. But yeah, there's some good stuff to talk about with that. So here's my little take on it. Mac Jackson, okay, his little leg tap energy in the corner is annoying.
It is.
Fuck. When he's waiting to fucking get tagged in, that little leg tap energy, it's fucking annoying. I tell you what, if there's somebody that you could look at and just makes you hate their fucking guts, Matt Jackson's one of them. Just by looking at the guy, his mannerisms, what he does, he can make you hate his guts. He's he could be Shawn Michaels. Like, he wants to be Shawn Michaels so bad, he can probably be Shawn Michaels. For me, anyway. I have that vibe about him when I look at him. His stupid leg tap energy. Hopefully everybody understands what I'm talking about. While he's outside the ropes, waiting, to be tagged in, he's got that tapping foot. It's annoying. Yeah. For a team so built on high energy as the Bucks are, they're the worst hot tag duo in the fucking business.
Yeah.
They cannot take a hot tag or give a hot tag if their life fucking depends on it. Not one that I can go, wow, that was pretty good. No. They do not sell me. They do not make me excited. They fucking suck at the hot tag. Good job, guys. What else? Let's see. Okay, yeah. The bat. It hit him with a fucking bat and or a foreign object, and it doesn't get the job done. The foreign objects no longer get the job done.
Which makes them completely pointless.
Why do we have them, like you said, if they can't get the fucking job done? I'm sorry, I'm like so fucking
It's
annoying.
true, though. They're completely useless. Why even... Yeah, exactly. Why even bring that in as part of the booking, then?
Right. And finally, again, Matt Jackson, the only injury this guy sells is that weird lower back thing he does. I can't really describe it. He puts his hand on his lower back.
Oh, yeah.
He arches his back, and he does this little shuffle.
Yeah.
Literally, that's the only sell Matt Jackson knows how to do.
He's like a...
And it's awful! My leg hurts. I'm selling my back. I hurt my shoulder. I'm selling my back. My neck hurts. I'm selling my back. My foot hurts. I'm selling my back. Bro. Fuck! I hate Matt Jackson. I hate Matt Jackson. Matt Jackson, you're gonna block me on Twitter? Good, because I don't even fucking use Twitter anymore. You whiny bitch. I love how you can talk all this shit about everybody who talks shit about you, but then when people come for you, you gotta get off Twitter for a little while. Fuck the Bucks. I'm fucking done with them. Sorry, I thank you for letting me get that rant. I like your stone.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah. They are. They're these fucking little punk motherfuckers that can run their little mouth about everybody and make jokes about everybody. The second they get piled on, they run like little bitches for the hills. The hills of California. What else is new? La La Land. Little bitch-ass land. Fuck out of here. It ain't the real world out in California, people.
I can tell you that from experience.
Come east. Come east with the real motherfuckers who live it. Stop. Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm fucking not in a good mood today. I apologize. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Whew. We get to the Battle Royal.
This was a mess.
But did I? Yeah, okay, I did.
I was going to say, this was a mess. I mean, first of all, everything tags.
I hate them
to begin with. You're right. I mean, they think
they're doing. This is like a thing they're doing now.
Yeah.
I keep cutting you off. I'm just guy.
I mean, AEW tag team everything sucks. So you put it into a battle royal, which is even suckier format. It sucks even more. There was, I mean, my notes are just all over the place with this. I don't even have anything cohesive to really speak about with it. Okay.
Do you have notes, particular spots, shit like that?
Let's see. What do I have here?
Because I do. If you don't, I do. So say what you got to say, and I'll bring up my little spot.
I did enjoy the Marco stunt, Hurricanrana.
Okay, you did. Okay, I'm gonna ask you why, but
go ahead. I mean, look. Here's the thing.
Explain it.
A little guy like that. That's not an easy thing to do.
It's a simple thing to do when you're a little guy like that, because he weighs $1.
Right.
It's easy to do when you weigh that much. Number one. Number two, he's not in the fucking match. Again, there's plenty of people in this match. You don't need to add another person, multi-man match, to a match that's still already a multi-fucking-man match. We don't need more. We don't need fucking more people added to a 30-man match. And the Hurricanrana was fucking trash. He did it. Uno was on the outside of the fucking apron. Marco's already fallen to the ground after the Rana. Then Uno, I'm disappointed in Uno, runs from the middle of the apron to the fucking turnbuckle, smashes his head, and falls out and gets eliminated. So how could you enjoy that spot, Alan?
I didn't enjoy the overall spot. I thought the Hurricanrana itself was impressive. But then Uno fucked it up, basically. Anyway.
Okay. That was one of my notes, how shitty that spot was, and how Uno really basically fucked that up too and disappointed me. I don't know.
It'll make Botchamania.
Okay, QT finally, for me, here's my little notes. QT finally showed the issues he was showing when Johnson was thanking everybody in the Nightmare family except him. Obviously, we get more of that later on. He spits at Dustin in the ring after he gets eliminated. Or no, he eliminates himself, right?
Yeah.
And then spits at Dustin, and we get a little more of that on
that was actually
Dynamite.
That was a long time coming.
Yeah, they kind of held that back for longer than I expected, but that's cool. I mean, it's good to see it's kind of playing out. Not that I give a fuck about QT or where it goes, but I mean, it's cool that we kind of, people caught that, and it was something, you know what I mean? So then, okay, here's another thing. Luchasaurus goes for the double choke slams on Varsity Club, right? He grabs Griff right when he gets in. Then he basically, to get the second one, he basically waves Pillman over. Hey, Pillman, come here.
Yep.
Come here. And then Pillman just, hey, Luchasaurus, you got my tag team partner in your grasps. Let me, here. And feeds him his fucking neck. And it gets, number one, the double choke slam from Luchasaurus it's a spot I can't stand. Number two, that was fucking god-awful. God-awful. You talk about botches. That's like a fucking bot. Again, it's the pointing and the waving over shit. Another thing that I can't stand. That I can't stand. Right. And this is front and center, bro. This is, everybody went to the sides. Luchasaurus came in, grabs one. He goes, hey, come here, buddy. Come here. And he waves him over, and he walks into it and chokes. Come on, bro. Bro, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. This is just ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Stu Grayson is a fucking beast. I love him. He picked that Bear Country dude up out of nowhere. We're not getting enough Stu Grayson.
No, he needs to be featured a lot more. Absolutely.
He could be in a he could be on a singles run right now, and I'd be perfectly fine with it.
Yeah.
What else do I have from this fucking disgusting match? All right, the Daniels elimination by Phoenix was impressive. And of course, having the last two guys be Phoenix and Jungle Boy, you can't be too upset with it, even though we preferred Santana and Ortiz to be the last guys standing. It's, you gave these guys like a couple minutes to really show and prove, and that's pretty much the one good thing that came out of this whole match, was you got to see Phoenix and Jungle Boy for a short period of time.
And that was enough to say that they need to have a singles run. I mean, they can easily have a program that will put a lot of butts in seats.
Yeah. And of course, Phoenix comes out on top, which means him and Pac will be going for the titles. All right, let's check the chat. Dub, this whole show was a mess. Why was there no Joker tag team? Big Dub, the last part, Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy, was not that bad. Yeah, and he agreed. He said, "No, you're right, Nas, but that's not it." Big Dub says, "I'm sounding like some dude JD from NYC. I don't know who that is, but he must be a smart man as well." Phoenix and Pac, Nas says, are a really strong team. 100% agree. So, okay, so now we move on to Shida versus Mizunami for the finals of the title tournament here. Not the title tournament, the title.
For the title.
Eliminator. Yeah, the title eliminator tournament. And like I mentioned early, Mizunami in a stupid, barely chopped slap thing in the chest in the corner. I can't stand it. My girl was actually in the room watching at the time, and she actually goes, "What the fuck is that?" My girlfriend, who's not a wrestling fan, doesn't sit ever to even look at the TV during wrestling. That's what she said. She goes, "What the fuck is that?" So right there just tells you everything you need to know about it.
Yeah, and overall, the fact that they built up to this match, they built up after this long tournament to get to this match, and it was just, there was nothing special about it.
Right, the match was pretty good overall, I felt. I felt the ending was a little off, for sure. For the match, like you said, it wasn't blow away, but it wasn't bad either. That tornado knee she did, that led to that led up to the pin. I really enjoyed that.
That was very good.
That was really good. The running spot was pretty lame, but obviously it's leading to something.
Well, so the thing about the run-in is that after that took place, it makes you wonder, okay, so are we going to have Shida against Nyla Rose again after all this anyway? What was the whole point then?
Right. It just, it's leading to something. They're, you know what it is. These pay-per-views, they end up previewing what's coming, and obviously the next Dynamite will do the same. But so something's gonna come of it. We'll see what. Who knows? I mean, the women are running out of things to do.
They really are.
There's no way you can only let Britt lose so much before she loses the luster of her persona, which is getting over, but her ring experience is not enough to put a title on her and put a run on her. So I honestly, the only possible thing right now is to pass the title to Nyla, who I think has improved. Rosa. She's not an AEW talent, so I don't know if you could take it off of such a strong champ like Shida and give it to her directly. Riho or who else? I mean, who else would you really put in that category?
Unfortunately, I think that's pretty much it. There's just not a large crop. Again, there's performers who I think could be in there, but they're not being given a chance. There's Ali, there's Ty. It's a very short list of who they can pass around that belt to. And that speaks heavily of the weakness of the division. See, I think that if Britt actually knew how to wrestle, you could really turn her into Roddy Piper. I mean, you really could. And you could have her be this incredible, incredible performer and she doesn't even necessarily have to win the title. She could be like Piper in that she's always chasing it, but that's all ruined. So it's such a short list, and that's the problem, is that it really makes it anticlimactic as far as rooting for anything to happen in that division.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. another fucking who cares match. Miro and Kip versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck T.
Yeah.
The only note I have here is, here comes a fissure between Kip and Miro after Miro pushed Orange into Penelope.
Which we knew was eventually going to happen. I mean, we were calling this for a while now, that there was going to be some kind of a fissure there, and here it is.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna build towards it somehow.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jericho and MJF cut a promo. Jericho says Wednesday they will have a change of plans as the Inner Circle. They need to move in a different direction. Then we get MJF with the so obvious subliminal that about a change does need to happen, and obviously it sounds like he's gonna try to bounce Jericho out of the Inner Circle. Next up we get Hardy, Hangman. Pretty good match. Not blow away, but not pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, Hardy, as much as I just find him just completely boring now, he at least, he can hang. He can still make somebody else look like $1 million. So I thought it was.
Yeah, and Hangman always looks like.
Always does. Anyway, so. It was definitely more entertaining than I thought it was going to be, considering.
Yeah. And Dark Order comes out and makes a save, obviously. Was this the one where there was a spot with the radio, Jack?
Oh, was that this? I don't.
All this shit's all.
I know it is all bleeding together, which says a lot, actually.
Anyway, we'll move on before we make fools of ourselves. And the peanut gallery chimes in. So anyway, they come out. Dark Order makes a save. So some more love with Dark Order and Hangman. I'm not hating it right now. I'm pretty much loving it. I'm not saying that's where Hangman needs to stay in storyland, but I'm enjoying what it is right now.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get lost in there. I mean, hopefully it's that's the only thing that worries me, is that he might get lost in that group.
Yeah. I don't think he will, though. I think everything will be all right. The ladder match starts. Of course, I have to listen to Max Caster's freestyles, and couple good bars where he talks about canceled like Dr. Seuss and blood on my hands like Governor Cuomo. Pretty much the fucking hottest line I've ever heard in my life. As a hip-hop fan, I'm lying. Obviously, I'm lying. But for current times, I thought that fucking was amazing. Such a great line. And fuck Governor Cuomo.
I planned to do this on the air publicly, Bill. I owe you an apology, because I have said before that I found Max Caster just be like, Max Caster is now my favorite performer in AEW. Actually, let me correct that. Max Caster is now my favorite performer in all of wrestling. I put Max Caster above Hulk Hogan.
Oh, shit.
So
Max with the one line puts fucking Hogan to shit. Oh, my God. Eddie, you heard this?
Eddie, you got to agree. I mean, first of all, I'd love to know if he got heat for that backstage. I really would.
I would assume that they already knew he was going to say it.
Well, yeah, we'll see. But
I haven't heard anything. It's been a week and a half.
It has.
So anyway, lots of chaos in this match. That's pretty much all I really have. It's just like lots of chaos.
It was like, and frankly, I lost sight of everything after that one line. I was just in a daze.
Yeah. Caster put you out, bro. You were fucking spinning.
I was in a daze after that. I couldn't believe that I heard it. Like, I really was wondering, did he fucking say that? And yeah. So,
Big Dub says Caster is trash. You're crazy, bro.
Caster is as bad as Sting.
Dude, he finally shows up to the chat, and he's the only person that's mentioned this guy so far. He's the only person that's mentioned this thing. I think Simon is leading the charge of becoming bad trolls. He was good. They were very good early on. He's starting to lead into shitty trolling. Yeah. So anyway, let's ignore the troll that just showed up out of nowhere.
Eddie, I am exaggerating, but I mean, come on, it was a great line. It was the greatest line uttered in the history of professional wrestling. So
Eddie said, shaking my head. Alan. Simon says, has everyone liked the video yet? If you heard my fucking beginning, if they didn't, they better not listen to this show.
We got 11 right now.
All right. I mean, that's not a bad start. Yeah. That's not a bad start. I mean, maybe they sense my fucking aggravation. And so we were fucking this great Hall of Fame caliber star is signing with us. We're going to show you at Revolution. And out comes some fucking guy that I don't know much about except from what I hear. I don't care about. I never liked the look of him and his little old buddy Edge. And he's doing something to cover the sun at night.
No, that's his thing. He likes to look into the distance. That's his thing. He's had that for years.
Yeah, you got to shade yourself to look in the distance. Why? It's stupid. It looks stupid.
It's a waste. First of all,
we get Christian Cage, everybody. Cage, Gage, and Gage.
You know what?
Page and Page.
I just want to say about this, this is an example of Tony Khan not knowing how to get the fuck out of his own way.
He's really
Here's the thing. It's not even about the signing, all right? The signing sucks. It's very underwhelming. But
so bad.
If they had
bad.
not built it up, if they had not sent Paul White out there and built it up, if they just out of nowhere he came out, it would have been a little bit better. If they could have just kept their mouths shut. That's one of the problems I do have with Khan. He likes to overhype in advance. He isn't much into the surprises. You know what I'm saying? Paul White could have been a surprise. Christian could have been a surprise. They would have been underwhelming surprises.
I think Paul White would have been a bigger surprise than Christian.
Yeah, he would have been.
By far. For me, like I said, I wasn't around at this time. I was never WWF. It was not my thing. I always thought him and his buddy looked like fucking weirdos, like mongoloid motherfuckers. So I don't have no care for this guy. If he would have walked out and they didn't hype him up, I'd have been like, oh, Jesus Christ, he couldn't give me somebody better?
Yeah.
That's what I'd have said. He's 46, 47 years old, bro.
And he's technically retired. This is another guy who should not be in the ring, and they're going to, I'm going to get into this with Dynamite. I'm really pissed off about what they're doing with him now. But
Right. Listen, people go, oh, yeah, but your boy Sting, 61. That's motherfucking Sting, dude. He's top 5, top 10 of all time.
He gets a pass.
You know what I'm saying? When you talk Flair, Hogan, Sting, Warrior, like Macho Man, like Piper, bro, these are guys that are fucking legendary guys in the business. It's not Christian fucking Cage he's a great ladder match guy.
No. First of all, Christian was always the weaker half of Edge and Christian. Always. He's great on the mic. He's great in he's reinvented his character a number of times. But what we saw of him on this and then what we saw on Dynamite, it's just like, wow, you can't get more milquetoast. You just can't.
How about avocado toast? Some shit that's not real that was made up by fucking white house.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay, can we go? That's a California thing. So, again, fuck California and your avocado toast, which is, like, whatever, man. Anyway, let's move on from that fucking trash. Sting and Darby versus Cage and Starks. Now everybody thinks that I'd be all souped up for this. Once I saw what it was going to be. I enjoyed the, like intro cut leading to the match, but once that match started, I was like,
it was cinematic. It was ridiculous. I mean,
I know you love cinematic.
No,
Alan,
I know. I never said I loved
your pants.
No, it was okay. Here's the thing. What are you going to do with Sting? You have to have him in a cinematic match.
You don't. You just do limited shit with him in the ring. You just don't do shit that you know can hurt him in the ring. You don't have to do cinema. He's still taking these bumps, dude.
Well,
here's the thing.
You're filming it though, so it's different. You're doing it live.
Talk about cinematic. I mean, this looked too I get what the term cinematic means, but when we came to Britt and Swole, that was more that was probably in different takes, but it didn't look cinematic. It just looked like an up close camera was following them around in small rooms. That worked. This was literally like, I felt very like this director's trying to catch a fucking what do they call Oscar? Or
yeah, it was over directed. It was overproduced. That was the
Yes.
biggest issue with it. It was way overproduced, and it didn't have to be. It felt like watching a cheesy '90s action flick that's on the USA Network. That's the best way to describe it.
Simon says the Darby and Sting match had very great videography. Was a very, very good match. Oh my god. Like I said, to me it was like, whatever. Even as the fucking one of the biggest Sting marks on the planet, I just couldn't really get behind it. So the more I'm looking at my notes, the more I'm like, this fucking pay-per-view really wasn't all that fucking cracked up, in my opinion.
No, we haven't even gotten to the end yet.
Eddie says, I hate all cinematic matches. I'm kind of with you there, brother. All right, so then we get to the main event. Moxley Omega in a barbed wire exploding ring match. Great match, great story in the ring. Both guys took the bumps equally. I was really impressed with the overall work in the match. I liked it. I liked that they took these bumps. I liked that, good amounts of barbed wire. The one when Mox took it on the outside and he's like, he's just laying there for a while and he's like, fuck. You can basically hear him like, fuck. Like,
that hurt to watch.
He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, how do I get out of this? Because I have to still get out of this. This isn't the end, And he somehow peeled his way out of it, which was pretty cool. Now, this match... Okay, give me your opinion on the match itself, and we'll move on to the finale.
I mean, the match itself was great. It was pretty, again, outside of the finale, if you remove the finale, for something that's not ECW or CCW, for something that's an actual, produced wrestling federation,
right?
It was pretty well done. It was, it was not shy about what it was supposed to be. And I give a lot of credit of that to Kenny. I give a lot of credit of that to Moxley. Moxley has spoken about in the past many times about wanting to do crazy shit like this. And he has normally been told no in the past by other opponents. He got told no by Brock Lesnar when he wanted to do something similar with him in a crazy, crazy match. And this was him being able to finally go out there and just get fucked up. And it was well done. I think, yeah, if you remove the end, it was easily one of the most, I'm trying to think of it matched the hype for a main event of a pay-per-view. It matched the hype it was given.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I like that Kenny's also on board to do this stuff. And, I mean, that just brings Kenny's stock even higher than it already is,
Yeah.
He said, I want to do it all. I want to do every style match and type of match. So, now to the finale of this match, Kenny gets the win, obviously. The countdown starts. People have shit all over this. Okay. They've shit all over this.
The memes are the best part of this entire match.
They shit all over this,
yeah.
Okay? It's the final explosion. The countdown hit 0. Basically, we get a party popper, not an exploding death match. The explosions and pops and shit during the match were fine. Obviously, Kingston comes out. This is where they kind of repair their relationship. Kingston goes, well, it's my friend all of a sudden. He runs out. Jumps on top of Moxley, tries to get him out, then he jumps on top and covers him. Just similar. It's basically what Onita did in his match. I don't remember his opponent. It's been a long time, and I wasn't going for a refresher because fuck research.
I put the clip up on our chat, but I couldn't see who he was facing.
Yeah, like I'd have to go back and actually see the match list and watch the match. And, a guy fucking in a heap in street clothes, I'm not sure I could pick out who the fuck it was. when I could see basically the top of the guy's head. So anyway, so that brings Kingston back into the fold. However, then the thing goes off, and this, I gotta be honest, the sparklers, the spark was fucking ridiculous. I think maybe if they kept that off, it would have been better.
If it was just a little boom, right, it would have been a lot better.
If it was the booms, because it was almost like a Gilbert entrance. You know what I mean?
Well, that's exact. So one of the things I think I posted this. Well,
and the music.
Yeah, Heelbook did a meme of that where the sparklers go off and you hear the Gilbert theme. It's exactly what it looked like.
Right. It almost had that fucking Goldberg theme sound too. And if they didn't do the sparkler parts in the corners and all the little pops went off around the ring that didn't go off during the match, and then you had the little cannons on the ground, I think it'd have been fine.
At the end of the
I felt the cannons could have been a little bigger, obviously.
Yes.
But if they didn't do the sparks and then the cannons, I think it might have been better off, in my opinion.
And full credit. I'll say full credit to Kingston. He sold it like a fucking champ.
Oh my
this
God.
poor guy looked like he had a heart attack in the ring.
I thought he fucking did. Like, I believed him. I marked the fuck. He fucking got my mark ass. I'm like, did he have a heart attack? Because, dude, you're way overselling this. And he oversold. I'm sorry. He at that point, he shouldn't have sold it like that. They tried to explain it away on Dynamite, but.
Oh, that was a fucking mess too. I'll get to that too. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna kill it so much because honestly, what the fuck does the explosion at the end really have to do for me? Nothing. The match itself was great.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't even need it. I mean, that's the thing. If you had just not even had to have that kind of an end, the match itself employed the gimmick pretty well throughout. So, wasn't even necessary.
Yeah. All right. Fucking. I guess that's a pay-per-view. What would you rate this pay-per-view? After going through my notes again, I'm going to rate it a fucking 5.
I was about to say 5. It's down the middle.
Yeah.
It's about, it was a 5.
Except the main event, I don't really see much that...
No.
Yeah. And I kind of had that vibe going in. I was like, there's nothing really on this pay-per-view that's really interesting to me. Oh, we completely forgot the final entrant into the ladder match. I don't know why I didn't have it. Was,
Ethan Page. Yes, you're right. We didn't even talk about that. You're right.
All ego Ethan Page. I don't know why. Literally, I stopped taking notes in the ladder match. I think it was just too much going on, and I just stopped taking notes. So, but yeah, Ethan Page made his debut, and he didn't win. So he's officially part of AEW. Yep. So
Page and cool. Cage in the same night.
Page. I don't know. Soon we're gonna have a Page versus Cage
in a cage match
versus Cassidy in a cage match. It's Jesus Christ. Sometimes it's almost like I'm like these motherfuckers are gonna make me have to side with Vince at this point. Like sometimes when you let everybody fucking have what they want, and it gets a little crazy.
Yep.
So all right, on to Dynamite. The show opens with Phoenix and my favorite person, Matt Jackson. As always, Phoenix is he's just so fun to watch.
He needs to be higher elevated.
Anytime this guy.
Yeah, he needs to be higher elevated, man.
Anytime this guy's on TV, man, he just really shines. I was shocked that he won, but it makes sense for me. Obviously I'm shocked the Buck put him over. It makes their upcoming match kind of feel like there's a chance for the Bucks to lose.
It does.
It's obviously part of the storytelling and such, but
Yeah. I think that you could put a bag of dirt in the ring with Phoenix, and it'll still be a great match.
Gisele, could you put one more exclamation mark?
Yeah, I was looking at that, and I was wondering, he's probably going to be locked out now because.
Who cares? Because what the fuck is he even talking about? Can put another exclamation mark for us, guy, so we don't have to do the work for you. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we got our first lunatic in the chat. It's great.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man. But we're moving up in the world.
Boom. There you go, boys. Just for you guys. I did it myself. Did it work?
What'd you do?
It didn't show. Put him on timeout. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Woo!
There you go.
I forget that the stream is a little slower than everything else. Simon asked if he's okay. Oh man. And he said, "The fuck?" Yeah, we got a spammer, fellas. Cheers, guys. Simon says, "Cheer up, guys. The pay-per-view was great. Apart from the last 3 minutes, Dynamite was likely the best of 2021." I disagree that pay-per-view was great.
I hope that's not the best of 2021. If so, AEW's gonna have a shitty year.
New World says almost 100 subs. Yes, sir. Good shit. And then Simon says, "I thought I was your first lunatic." Yeah, I guess technically you are. All right. They're enjoying the fact that we timed out this Gisele guy. Fucking spammer.
So anyway.
All right, so go ahead. What do you got on this match yourself?
Oh, on the Phoenix match?
And,
no, nothing much else to say from what you did. Again, it was very entertaining. Again, anytime Phoenix is in that ring, I want to see him get elevated more. I want to see him 100%. In the world title picture, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Obviously, not now. There's just no room for him, and there's a couple other things that could happen in that title picture.
Yeah,
but I think he's a guy that could eventually be, in that
yes.
realm. It'd be interesting to see a guy that's a high flyer come out with a world title.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Next up, we get Kingston and Moxley, basically cutting a promo explaining the end of the death match.
Oh, wait, we missed something, I think. There was
what did we miss?
The Cody Rhodes match against Seth Gargis that lasted, 30 seconds?
No, that's afterwards.
Was that afterward? Oh, I had it in my note beforehand. I reversed my notes. Sorry about that.
Unless I reversed my notes, but even
you're right.
It was a jobber match, and it doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Let's talk about shit. Let's talk about shit that matters. So obviously they say we got drinking buddy. I got a drinking buddy bag. Blah blah blah. I really felt, Kingston says, "Oh, everybody wonders why that happened to me and why I was so out of it. People got to understand. It gave me anxiety and brought me back to when I was in jail on Rikers, and I had an anxiety attack." And I'm like, bro, that is the worst explanation you could give 3 days after a pay-per-view. You have 3 days to come up with a better explanation than that.
Yeah.
It was fucking awful. Okay? I don't know. Anxiety, whatever.
They needed something better than that.
They just did a shit job. However, later in the show, we'll talk about
it.
What was your take on this little promo?
It was a silly explanation. I thought the same thing. I'm just like, because I'm thinking to myself, in storyline, what are they going to do to explain it? How's he going to explain his selling at event? How is Don Callis and Kenny Omega going to explain it? It was just like, you had how long to think about this? You had 4 days to think about this.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much more they could have done. They had a blueprint to say, okay, we fucked up. Let's figure a good story around it. And they all failed in that regard.
I'll disagree with you now, but stop getting ahead of us.
All right.
This is what you do. This is key shit on the show, and you're getting ahead of yourself. Let's stick to this part
All right.
here. These guys did a shit job.
They did a shit job.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get Cody versus Jobber. My notes say, well, that was fast. Basically, Kenny's cutting a promo and starts to talk about the loss of the ladder match. And then we get Penta from the Spanish announce booth. I guess he's doing guest commentating. Yeah. Cuts him off. Starts cutting an incredible multi-language promo on Cody. Then he mentions, I'll hurt your arm so bad you can't hold your new baby girl. And then Cody goes crazy. They start the brawl. Bro, Penta showed out on this promo. Yep. It was fucking amazing. I thought, as much as I'm like, when it comes to Cody, the Penta side was so good that I'm interested.
Yeah, he's the reason to be interested in that feud.
Holy fuck, did he fucking get it off?
He did a good job.
I love that they give him that. AEW's doing such a good job letting these guys that don't have women and men that don't have perfect English come in, cut their promos, get their time on the mic as well. They're not trying to hide them behind managers and people who are mouthpieces for them. That's what's good about it. People don't get better if you don't give them a chance.
Exactly.
Penta's that was amazing, man. I fucking loved it. So I'm looking forward to it. I like the program that's coming up.
Yeah. I am too. I think that I've been really bored lately by Cody's opponents, and this is actually a match I'm going to be looking forward to seeing and a program looking forward to seeing.
Looking in the chat here, I apologize. Big Dub says, "Oh man, Simon, I hate to see them hit 1,000 subs." Why would you hate to see us hit 1,000 subs, bro? We ain't shitting on you. Covenant TV or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I could shit on you too, pal. Then Big Dub says, "No, they will go full cornette at 1,000." Simon, you already missed the full cornette.
Oh yeah.
We already did. Well, I already did the full cornette earlier. Okay. Let's see what else. Big Dub says WWE let Asuka talk in Japanese and Ray in Spanish. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Ray can speak perfect English too. So, of course, I get that but I'm just saying, someone who can't speak English well, they allow him to speak English on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't just go, no, just speak Spanish and we're going to. They did both, you know, and the same with Shida, and they allow them to do both, so that's what I'm talking about there. All right, now what's next? We get Chuck Taylor, and he's cutting a promo. I guess he's with Orange there, and basically he's begging Miro for another match, another waste of space and time. I thought this was done, and unfortunately, we have to fucking deal with more.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to move on from it and just have them. It was just they need to do something different here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. Big Dub says I missed some point. I don't know what I missed. I missed the whole conversation at some point. Anyway, let's move on till he can tell us, because I can't keep track of you guys in the chat and try to keep things going over here too. So Sting's out there for a promo about the pay-per-view match him and Darby had. He basically saying Darby's a dangerous man, and as always, this is something AEW does. They always have people interrupting other people's interviews. Archer comes out to interrupt. He talks about, not needing a ladder match to be the face of the Revolution or whatnot. And, it seems to be the theme with everybody who lost is like, we don't need the ladder match. We didn't need the ladder match. And yeah, I don't know. It's like, did he really even need to come out? I get why if he leads to a program with Sting.
Yeah.
But which makes sense why he would come out and even talk about it, because he didn't need to come out and talk about it at all. So, I don't know. That's cool. Archer and Sting having a program. I'm fine with it. It's good to see Jake out there. Remind me of the Coal Miners Glove match from Havoc 92. So I felt like there wasn't enough. Sting was very ho-hum about it. He like basically made like he didn't give a fuck. While Archer kind of made a little thing towards Sting. And then Sting kind of just walked off. He didn't show too much emotion. So maybe Sting didn't play it right there. Maybe this isn't leading to something. It was just like a spot for him to come in and they just said, take this time to do it, Maybe get some eyes on you while Sting's out there, Who knows? We'll see. If it leads to Archer Sting, I like that,
Yeah, I mean, because Archer for a while, they had him going as face, but I do prefer him as a heel, and I can see that being a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Hopefully not cinematic. So then we had.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just reading. Big Dub sent me a little a screen cap here. Simon basically said to Big Dub, I think they're getting big-headed as they start to get close to 100 subs. They actually enjoyed wrestling when they only had 50. I get it. I got you. All right. Go ahead. What do you got? What's next?
Well, we had Dasha next. Asking QT about his actions towards Dustin, and QT was just like playing it cool. Emotions got the better of him. He's going to work it out. Right now, it's all about Lee Johnson, the match against Paige, and it's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. During this match, the audio got all fucked up. Now, usually we blame AEW for this, the gaffes on their show. This seemed more like a Turner issue.
I thought so too.
Where, they basically they fucked up and crossed the stream somehow with the audio. So unfortunately, Ethan Page's first promo was, audioed over.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the fuck he was saying. So then we get that match, and the one thing about this match was that Lee Johnson dropkick was fucking probably one of the best dropkicks I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. That was the best part of the match. Well done. Overall, I mean, not a very long match, but a really, really good one. But
yeah, that was a pretty good one. And then we get
and Paige, of course, has they're calling it the Ego's Edge, which is basically Razor Ramon's Edge style power bomb.
Right.
So pretty good. And then Paige, after the match, he wins, starts attacking Johnson. Marshall does not come in to help out, and so Dustin has to go in to help, and Marshall just walks out. So they're building that nicely.
Yep. Continuation. Yeah. He wasn't so human after all, huh? There was something
exactly.
More.
Oh, and then we get Alex Marvez with Hangman Page talking about his big victory. And Page says he gave most of the winnings to an education fund, but he got himself a lawnmower. So good for him.
Do you feel like this was an homage to Brodie Lee? Remember when he won the TNT title, they had all the lawnmowers? I still don't know the significance of the lawnmowers.
No, I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. I mean, that would make sense.
Possibly, right?
You're right, because I did find it to be a funny comment. It's like, all right, you got a lawnmower. But yeah, that must be the case. But Dark Order showed up, and they went up to get some ice cream, which is funny. And 5 couldn't go with them because of his weight limit. So,
and they almost tipped over. They pulled the wheelie.
So cute stuff. It was cute stuff.
Yeah. Now Christian was supposed to have a promo here, right? Instead, Omega comes out.
Omega comes out. He's out with Don Callis and the Good Brothers. I got to tell you something. I jotted down every ridiculous thing that Callis said that just did not make any sense. He sounded drunk, to be honest with you. He talks about Christian Cage. In case you're new here, new signee. Well, you're new. Why are you even calling him a new signee? He calls the shot around here. So he's calling a shot. He's going to hit a home run. And this was my favorite. As I sit out here, I stand out here. What the fuck, man? I don't know. It was just hysterical. He sounded drunk, or he just didn't know what the hell he was doing. It was the weirdest introduction to a promo that I've seen in a while. It felt completely off. So,
all right. So, okay.
But I did I did find it funny that, again, we're getting, and I guess you and I disagree with this as far as Omega, Callis is like, oh, that sparkler thing at the end. And they took a lot of the blame for what happened. They won't confer, deny if it was involved. And he said, well, I'm just glad that I took away the fans' happiness about something that they wanted to see, and they didn't get to see it.
Right.
As in, psych, we did this on purpose. We just wanted to fuck with the fans and fuck with Moxley. I don't know. Maybe you and I disagree. I didn't think it was a great explanation.
Okay, so the pyro that Kenny comes out to is better than the explosion.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
That's true.
All right. I thought the promo was amazing. Okay, maybe there were some words. The clowning of Moxley and Kingston was great. Basically saying they set it up. They're getting heat from the crowd now, which is drowning out the promo, which says that they're doing an amazing job as a heel team, and they're getting it fucking over good. Kingston finally comes out, because they're clowning him so much, and then you get Kenny. People are shitting on this part, but I fucking thought this was incredible, where Kenny goes, Don, hurry up, 69 me. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I don't know why people have an issue with this, because it's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Okay? So, whatever, man. I laugh my ass off. He jumps down on the ground and says, Don, save me. I thought it was great. So basically then eventually, after egging Kingston on, he knocks Kenny out. Good Brothers attacks him. Of course, Moxley for the save. They brawl out. Kenny starts to come to. Then we get Christian comes out, looking off in the distance, whatever the fuck you want to say. He confronts Kenny. Kenny offers a hand to shake, denies it. Then Kenny tries to attack him. Cage goes to put him into whatever the fuck his move is called, and Callis pulls him out from under the rope and gets him out of there. Then Cage takes the title, holds it up, and go.
So that's my big fucking problem. Are we saying that Christian Cage's first night in this federation is going to be in a title program with Kenny Omega? Or is this just a tease?
Which I really hope not.
Because if that's the case, I'm sorry. I know exactly what you say about the rankings. They shouldn't matter, blah, blah, blah. But this is just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The first night this guy's here, I don't care who he is, and he's going to be in a title program with Kenny Omega. Get the hell out of here. That's my opinion on it.
I don't know. I'm with you. Like, I don't think that why this guy's even touching that world title belt, why he's even in that realm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too soon. You want to bring him out for something else, get him involved with the U.S. title, or get him involved with somebody else more prominent. To just put him out there on night one with Omega is just like, come on. Because if he takes the title, let's say, right? Let's say at the end of the program he takes the title, then I'm sorry, but that means the title doesn't mean shit. And if he loses, so you're basically backing him in a corner. You're going to have him lose his first program for the title.
Well, they did this for a lot of guys. Brian Cage lost. Archer lost. Don't forget, these guys lost. So, he's going to lose. He's not going to beat Kenny.
There's Brian Cage, there's Lance Archer, but there's Christian. And I get it. Yeah, Christian's not a big deal. He's not to you and me, but in the world of professional wrestling, I guess he's considered a big deal. So you can't really put him in that same category as Archer and Brian Cage as far as, they're going to lose in their opportunity. You're basically stuck between two bad outcomes if this is in fact a thing. He either gets humiliated by losing out in that first match with Kenny Omega, or Kenny Omega's going to drop the title to Christian Cage. Give me a break.
But how do you get humiliated by losing? People lose all the time. You don't get humiliated. I think Christian wants to wrestle fucking Kenny, and this is the way they're giving him that opportunity. Because Kenny's renowned as the best in the world right now, and that's something that I think, and they're both Canadian. There's got to be some kind of thing there going on.
All right.
That's the only thing I can
I think it's too soon.
And honestly, I don't give a fuck if Christian Cage looks like shit, dude. If he loses and it fucking puts him in the dirt, hey, more power. Because I don't care about Christian Cage. I don't care. It's not, I think Archer and Brian Cage losing was fucking worse for them.
Yeah, but they are making a big deal about him. It's not about what you or I think. It's about, it makes the show look stupid, is what I'm saying.
How does it make it doesn't make the show look stupid. They look stupid by bringing Christian Cage in.
Yeah.
So it's that simple. So, anyway, we differ on this opinion. Next up, we get Ito, Britt, Nyla versus Shida, Rosa, and Mizunami. So multi-man matches aren't enough. Now we need multi-women matches. They can't even do well one-on-one, these women, and we're gonna put them all in this fucking, So again, we get Ito. Okay, so I fucked this all up because Ito started singing in this match during the brawl. For some reason, it was on my mind, and when we were talking about her match on the pay-per-view,
that's true. It all feels like that's the problem.
Right. So this was the match she was singing in. So it just kind of was in my head, and I attributed it with the other match for some reason, but it's in my notes here. It was for this match. Whatever. Here. Okay. That's okay. That's what we were talking about. Eddie was talking about the mic touch. So I said I'd bring this up now. That's right. She did the singing. The brawl happened. Shida makes her way up to where Maki Ito was singing, and Ito takes the mic and just barely touches Shida on the head. Barely touches her. Yeah, and then barely touches her again, and then barely touches her again. Like, I think a couple times she didn't even hit her with the mic. And then Shida embarrasses herself being the only woman in the division that can carry that division that works for AEW. Jimmy, relax. Right? Fucking, she sells it.
Yeah.
She fucking sells it.
It was like watching apartment wrestling.
Oh, you're talking like some erotic shit.
I'm just saying it's like an apartment wrestling. Is what happened here.
Well, we know what Alan's into. All right. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed in Shida. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
As for the match, I really have no other information. So if you have some, let the people know.
It was, it's a mess. It was a mess. And yeah, in regard to the selling, it's like you have to wonder, what wins for worst sell of the week? Is it Shida selling the little mic bop, or was it Eddie Kingston selling the explosion that didn't happen? They both pretty much overdid it.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say Kingston was worse.
I guess it has to be for what it was supposed to. Yeah.
For what it was, especially when you have Moxley roll out from under him and cut a promo.
Oh yeah. Well, doctors were in the ring with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kingston's still down, and he didn't even wrestle, and Moxley just went through this fucking barbed wire death match.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But, after the match, Baker comes and cracks Rosa across the back with a crutch and applies the lockjaw, and I'm just tired of this feud.
Yep.
Just tired of it. So, anyway. Then we get Matt Hardy with Private Party after his loss to Paige. Hardy's saying that he needs to bring some more money in after what Paige did to him. And he's got more than enough money to sustain the business, which is funny. So again, the big money Matt thing is pretty funny here. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, he signed someone new to the Matt Hardy Empire, and it's the
Right.
Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny.
Okay, and what do? They now go and they basically announce, I believe this is the first match announced for the new Dark Elevation. Guess what it is? It is a multi-man match. An 8-man tag match.
Yep.
With Butcher Blade and Private Party versus whoever the fuck. Okay? Let's talk about Elevation. Elevation, unless they're changing Dark, which they haven't even said yet. I don't think they've mentioned any upcoming matches for Dark. Elevation is now just Dark. I thought Elevation and Dark were going to be separate things, and they were going to have separate shows, and they were going to be separate types of shows, but Elevation is now Dark. What is Dark going to be now? Is Dark even going to be on anymore? Because I don't even know if there's any matches for Dark. Big Dub, come on, researcher.
Yeah, I could have sworn there is supposed to be a program for Dark on Tuesday as well, but you know what? I'm wondering if that's true. Maybe is it just moving to Monday and just getting the new name?
A name change? That would make no sense. Why would you do that?
Because you're right. Normally by now, I'm doing a little research myself. Normally by now, we do know what the lineup is going to be for Dark. And you're right. I think the only lineup that's been announced has been for Dark Elevation. But that's very weird if that's the case. I mean, that to just out of nowhere just take it off. I have a feeling that it's still going to be on for just some reason they delayed the lineup. But who knows? Who knows? The lack of communication doesn't surprise me anymore with this. So
yeah, surprise. Yeah. All right, so let's get to the main event. We get Scorpio Sky versus Darby. Scorpio won the ladder match, grabbed the ring, and he's getting a shot at the TNT title. The one spot that I really liked in this was when Darby was riding out Scorpio on the ground. Dude, that looked great.
That was really
good. He didn't let go, and Scorpio was really good looking. It looked so damn good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool. And of course, I mean, these guys they had a fucking amazing match. I like Scorpio. Darby's great. They really just showed out. They showed us, us and the rest of the world what they're capable of, and we knew. I mean, we knew how good these guys are. The ending for me was kind of obvious that Sky was gonna do the full heel turn. I mean, he wasn't subtle about it when he was on commentary. It was a little too over the top. I felt he went like too far on commentary. I don't think this is the end of these two. I think this is the beginning because of the heel turn and the attack and stuff. So I think these two are going to have some great matches coming up.
Yeah, it's a good combination. I mean, I like the two of them as a combination for a program. I think it's great. Scorpio Sky as a heel. I mean, yeah, he went a little bit over the top as far as just quickly flipping that switch, but he does a good job with it. So, yeah.
And then finally, after the match, that was the main event match, and then we get the very end where the Inner Circle they're going to come out and they're going to make some changes to what their process. Go ahead, man. I mean, you want to start this off, or what?
I mean, you've got the whole thing with Sammy coming out. He put a camera up. He left. He showed Jericho what happened. These guys saying to MJF, "Yeah, we'll join you." And then MJF really does make it seem like he was able to split them up. Mm-hmm. And out of nowhere, it's like Chris Jericho's like, "No, we've been waiting for you to fuck up for weeks. We knew you were going to pull this shit." And they all come back to his side.
You think we don't talk, right, and this and that, and
which makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, I get it.
Here's my thing. This was we were expecting the Inner Circle to break up, right? This is the Inner Circle not breaking up way to turn the Inner Circle. You get what I'm saying? It's the way to turn Jericho with his whole crew without breaking up the Inner Circle, right. So I thought this was a nice swerve. Did not see it fucking coming. While we liked our little thing with Santana Ortiz, MJF, and such, we liked that idea and the tag titles, but this was good. The only fissure in the armor that I seen here was how do you explain what if MJF made it happen and now he's got FTR and Sean Spears and these guys from Inner Circle? Are they just this mega faction?
You know what? I would have enjoyed that more. And again, you're right. It came out of nowhere. But at the same time, it felt a little let down to me because I would have liked to see that he actually did cause a kind of a split. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now the entire Inner Circle is face. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think that that's going to work very well for them. In the same way that Dark Order, again, Dark Order, there was nothing you could do. Dark Order, unfortunately, right, that was just thrust upon them. But with Inner Circle,
I'll agree with you. I would have preferred just Jericho face because I like heel Sammy.
Yes,
all right?
Exactly.
I could understand if you turn Hager with Jericho. Okay, Hager could go either way. And I think Santana and Ortiz as bad guys, as heels, is way better.
I fear that they're going to be completely diluted as faces now, which is what happens with a lot of guys. First of all, I know you haven't watched as much Jericho as I have. Over the years outside of WCW, I can tell you that Jericho sucks as a face. He has never had an incarnation as a face that has been entertaining. He needs to be a heel.
Yeah.
So that already is going to drag it down a little bit for me, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a chance. Let's see what happens with this new faction.
We'll see. I thought it was an interesting twist. Kind of didn't see the FTR and Sean Spears thing coming. I'll be honest. Didn't see that coming at all. I like that group. They're all very fundamental wrestlers. Yep. And then Wardlow being in there. I love that.
Yeah.
People going, oh, it's a new Horseman. Probably not. Probably something different. We'll see. We'll learn more in the coming weeks or probably even next week, I'm sure. So.
And apparently what was really interesting is I meant to send this to you, was it yesterday? Somebody found like an old picture from months ago. It was just taking an event and you saw MJF with FTR, with Sean. They were all just in a group shot. Everybody's like, is this long-term storytelling or?
Well, yeah, that's when they were in the crowd taking bets on matches.
That's it. Yes. So I don't.
If they bring that into it,
that would be cool if they do that. If they actually do tie it back into that would be cool.
That definitely would be cool. I think it's easy to do in the story. Like if Tony catches wind of that, it's easy to just add that.
Absolutely.
And it just makes a story that much. It makes them look that much smarter.
Yeah, if they come out next week and they refer to that as being the beginning, I will be happy.
Yeah, and like I said just before, in my notes I loved almost everything about it except that it seems that the Inner Circle's turning face, and basically I like heel Sammy and heel Santana Ortiz. When I was saying that stuff, I wasn't looking at my notes, and I looked down at my notes, and that's pretty much exactly what I felt about it, So But that was it, man. I mean, the only other thing I have to say, it really doesn't have anything to do with either show directly, but still no Shaq follow-up.
No, nothing. Where is he? It's like Tyson all over again.
Here's the deal. If you didn't have him, like, vanished from the ambulance, I would not expect a follow-up. But now I'm expecting a follow-up.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Well, Jade is going to be in action next week, so.
Yes, I saw that. So
I wonder if that's going to. I wonder if they'll involve. Well, then again, they would promote Shaq, I think.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he might still pop up.
Yeah.
But that's it for me tonight. You got anything else?
I think that'll do it.
This fucking show started off the rails hard. I mean, again, fuck Microsoft updates, all right? PC updates. You fucked up my whole computer, and hopefully people stick through, because I am not editing this. I am not editing this video. I'm not going to download it, drop the live one off, and re-upload this. I'm not. You just have to deal with it. Fast forward, skip. At this point, you've already heard it, so I don't know why I'm even saying that. I should have said that early on. But, Eddy saw the results. Yeah, I saw there were some results out there, but I won't bother looking them up. So, but all right, everybody, thanks for joining us. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking through with this fucking disaster of a beginning here. Like, share, subscribe. Please hit the bell, hit the like, hit the thumbs button. Uncensoredalliance.com. You find everything we do, links to everything. Simon. It's not an hour show, brother. We got daylight savings time here. I know you guys don't know what that is, or if you do, you don't know on our day. So
this is actually a 2-hour show.
This is actually a 2-hour show with 20 minutes of fuck up. So it is 5 o'clock here now.
CD time.
Technically, when we started yesterday it would have been 2:05, but today it's 3:05. So.
Yeah, I was just talking with a friend in Scotland who I speak to every Sunday before this show, and she was the same way. She's like, "Wait, it's not time for us to talk." But yeah, it's 2 o'clock. What about daylight savings? She's like, "Oh shit, I'm not having that for another couple of weeks."
Yeah. So, all right. So let me get back to the end. So let's get the fuck out of here. They're all chanting
ZD.
So Twitter, AEW Uncensored. Email AEW Uncensored Podcast at gmail.com. Facebook, AEW Uncensored Podcast. Put in a search. We got a page and a group. Like the page, share. Like the group. Like the page, join the group.
You fucked it up last time, too. I didn't want to say anything.
Did I? Whatever. We're on all third-party podcast applications for the audio version of this. We are also on Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeart Radio, iTunes. Please write a review on iTunes. 5 stars, write a review. Thank you. We are on Skype. That's how we talk. That's how you can get on the show with us and bring up shit you want to talk about, as a call-in. Description has the link. Send me a message, all right? We'll link it. We'll link up that way. But that's it for today. What a fucking show. My God. The ZD chants keep going. They just won't stop. And Eddy says, ZD is on the table, Alan. He's in all caps. So that's it, everybody. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody in the chat. We love you guys. And peace.
Have a good one.
Peace.